What's up, everybody? We're gonna be talking about ranking the consoles by their sales. I'm gonna be going on a list from the console that has the least sales to the one that has the best sales. And these are now I'm only gonna count Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. That's all I'm gonna count. Other consoles probably not because they're not really around anymore. So it's gonna be from 1985 to 2020. I know the PS5 and Xbox Series X came out like a week ago, but whatever. Probably in a couple years I'll count the Switch's last sales and I'll count current sales of PS5 and Xbox Series X. So also I was gonna do 14 originally, but I'm like, heck, well, let's add handheld consoles because I know I'm gonna be doing handheld consoles in the future, and I'm only gonna have like 6 handheld consoles to rank by their sales. So yeah, so for now we have 20 instead of 14. You can thank me for that. All right, now let's get straight to the list. All right, the least one that sold or number 20th is a Wii U. Psych. Wii U was gonna be the last one, but since I had 6 handheld consoles, it's the 20th place or least sold place, whatever you call it, goes to PlayStation Vita. Now, I was gonna get mad that I had to rank a Nintendo console last. Look, I'm more of a Nintendo guy. PlayStation and Xbox do not have any games that make me have fun. Whatever. The PlayStation Vita sold 0.35 million. It's not 1 million. It's like, I don't know, 350,000 of those sold. But Virtual Boy, I was gonna count the Virtual Boy on this list, but it didn't really count. It wasn't really like a home or handheld, so more like a VR. But I'm not gonna count that. And it was the PS Vita was released in 2011 and canceled or discontinued production in 2019. Yeah. All right, let's go on to the next one. Yeah, I think I've already told you what the next one is gonna be. Yeah, it's Wii U. Wii U. I've already told you. Console looks great, but I'm not gonna talk about it more. I mean, it didn't sell that great, but at least it sold better than PS Vita. It sold 13.56 million consoles and released in 2012 and then discontinued in 2017. Let's move on because I don't want to make this video too long. Alright, so next we have GameCube. GameCube wasn't a true failure, but it did sell 21.74 million consoles, so yeah. That kind of was a failure, but the games were great. The big reason why it was a failure to most people is because of the disc. You couldn't store that much data in it, and released in 2001 and then stopped production in, well, I can't read, 2006. Let's get to the next one. I don't want to talk more. Next, we have the original Xbox on 24 million and started its production in 2001 and ended in 2005 for the 360. It wasn't a failure, but this is the first time they've ever, like, Microsoft is the first time I've ever released a console, so it made sense it didn't sell much as the competition at the time. Let's get to the next one. Childhood. I said childhood because of the N64. I used to play that all the time. But nowadays I don't play that. I used to be a kid. I was stupid, so I had to play it. And it sold 32.93 million consoles. It ran from 1996 and stopped production in 2001 for the GameCube. But it could have sold more. It could have sold more if they were using discs instead of cartridges. But I think they made a right choice because when I was 6 years old, I'm pretty sure I was going to scratch up those discs. Next, we have the SNES. Now, you may be wondering, this is one of the best-selling consoles of all time and had 49.10 million consoles sold of it. Why is it, like, all the way at the bottom, like, below middle? Well, it's because we got a lot of handhelds. We only got 6 handhelds. 6 handhelds. You know, like portable systems. They sold incredible. That's why they're literally on top of the actual consoles. And let's get back to the SNES. You know how, yeah, you can. released in 1990 and started production in 1996. Anything else? Next, we have the Xbox One. Jesus, this is a lot of consoles. Okay, it sold 50 million, exactly 50 million, not exactly 50 million, but let's just say 50 million. Ended production this year because the Xbox Series X came out, and it started all the way back in 2013. So, yeah, that made sense. I mean, I have one, but that's an Xbox One S. So, I cannot find any games that, like, really wow me. Like, they're not really that fun. I could only find, like, third-party games, and that's it. PlayStation, Xbox do not have a lot of good exclusives, in my opinion. Next, we have the NES, selling 61.91 million, and started in 1985 and it ended production in 1990. Impressive. I'm getting kind of tired. My head feels very warm, so that's why I'm not talking loud. Yeah, but let's get to the next one. My God, we're not even halfway through the list. Next, we have the Nintendo Switch. Okay, this is currently selling right now because it has like 4 more years to go or less. It currently selling 68.30 million as of 2020. I know the PlayStation 4 and Xbox Series X have already like... Wait, what? They've already released, but Xbox One and PlayStation 4 still selling, so I'm probably not gonna count them as currently selling. But whatever, I'm not gonna count them. This is the only current selling console on the list right now, and the next one is... Next is, oh my gosh, the 3DS. How is it selling more than the Switch? Well, I guess it makes sense. Sold 75.94 million, started production 2011, then ended production like 2 months ago in September of this year, 2020. But Switch is currently selling right now, so I know it's gonna get over the 3DS, but we're talking about like current sales, so yeah, let's get to the next one. This is gonna be like, the next two I'm about to talk about are handhelds. Like, I'm telling you, handhelds reign supreme. Next, we have Sony's first portable, the PlayStation Portable, or PSP, whatever you like to call it, sold 80.82 million. And started production in 2005 and ended production in 2011. Yeah, there's nothing I have to say about this. I have not owned a PlayStation console before, so let's go. Alright, we're halfway through finally, and we have 9 more consoles to talk about. Let's try to make it a bit short. Probably talk about more Nintendo because, yeah, I'm not gonna start a console war. Alright, so next we have the Game Boy Advance. Okay, Game Boy is gonna be included later, but this is the Advance. It's a brand new series, and I'm not gonna include Game Boy Color because that's part of the normal Game Boy, the original one. So yeah, I'm gonna count it like that. But the Game Boy Advance lineup, sold over 81.51 million. Started production in 2001 and ended production in 2004. Dang, that's quick. It's because I don't know why they would release the DS at that time. And in 2004, it only ran for like 3 years, almost 4, but it made no sense. But whatever, doesn't matter now. That was in the past. That was over a decade ago, and almost 20. But I don't know. So let's go to next. We have Xbox's or Microsoft's best-selling console, the Xbox 360. It really upped its game after the original Xbox, increasing 60 million sales. And we had the Xbox 360 in 2005 and ended its production in 2013 when it got replaced by the Xbox One. The sales went down for a bit. I don't know why. Whatever, that's not my problem, okay? Oh, my head hurts. And it sold 84 million. Let's get to the next one. Alright, we're finally entering PlayStation consoles. I'm talking about home consoles, not handhelds. We're literally in the last 8 consoles, and PlayStation has the highest selling ones. But this is the worst selling PlayStation console, home console. The PlayStation 3 selling 86.90 million. I don't know Why? It's probably because of the high $600 price, or probably not enough games up until The Last of Us came out, probably at the end of its life, and then released in 2006 and ended its production in 2013 for PlayStation 4. I guess we can call that a failure. Let's go. Now we get to my favorite console of all time. A lot of people think this is their favorite, and it's the Wii. Released in 2006 and ended production in 2012, getting replaced by a terrible console called the Wii U that we mentioned like a long time ago. It sold 101.63 million. It sold that much because of the casual people who don't play a lot of video games, and you can just put out the screen, shoot, swing, like in a sports game, or in like real life motions and all that. And it's still my favorite console today. I'm currently playing Mario Galaxy on it, so yeah. Let's get to the next one. We're in the final 5 consoles. I can tell you there is some Nintendo platforms on here. No Xbox, and the other ones are PlayStations. Only PlayStation and Nintendo platforms are here. Alright, let's get to number 5. The PlayStation 1. Sony's first console ever. They partnered with Nintendo, but they canceled it, so I guess Sony has to thank Nintendo and also Xbox, because Nintendo inspired them to make a console. Without Nintendo, PlayStation wouldn't have like made that console, because of that partnership. They got inspired and took some technology from Nintendo to make their own console. So if you hate Nintendo and you're a PlayStation fan, you love it more than anything else, then you gotta thank Nintendo for that. And they also stole their little control layouts, and you can go check that on the internet. Released in 1994, selling 104.25 million, and ended its production in 2000 to be replaced by the PlayStation 2. Alright, let's get to the next one. Number 4. Number 4. The PlayStation 4. Haha, funny. Has the number 4 in PlayStation 4. Selling 112.1 million systems. Released in 2013 and ended production this year. And so did the Xbox One. But we're not talking about that. Man, console's interesting. Great graphics, but no games that interest me. So, yeah, let's move on to the top 3. Next, we have the Game Boy for number 3. Yeah, I already said Game Boy Advance earlier, but I'm not going to combine those two. They'll make them more powered with 200 million sold total of those. We're talking about original Game Boy selling 118.69 million. And started production in 1989 and started 1989 and then ended in 2001. Dang, that is a long time, man. Like, seriously, do you realize how many years that is? That's like 12 years at least. I think, that's what I think. 12 years? Dang. Probably the longest lasting handheld here, or platform. But that doesn't matter. It sold what it sold. Alright, let's get to the last 2. The next one you'll see, you might think it's obvious, but if you know what number 2 is, you know what number 1 is. So let's get to it. Number 2, I'm about to say it, and you'll know what number 1 is, but number 2 is the Nintendo DS. Oh my god, that thing is so fun. My favorite game on it is New Super Mario Brothers. Oh, nostalgia. It sold 154.02 million. Started production in 2004. It ended its production in 2011. Basically 2014, when they ended their Wi-Fi connection. And same with the Wii in 2014, but I'm just going to say whenever the next platform replaced it. So I'm going to say 2011 instead of 2014. So yeah. And also I'm using this picture because people think the first model was ugly. So I'm just going to use the DS Lite model. So yeah, or DSi. I don't know which one. I can't tell the difference. And we all knew what number 1 was. The best-selling platform of all time. Game console, whatever you call it. The PlayStation 2. Selling over 158 million. Start production the year 2000. That's what I was going to say. And ended its production in 2006. Or basically 2013. That's what I found out. But 2006, like I said, I'm replacing them by consoles. So yeah. Dang. PlayStation 2 is the best-selling console of all time. I can't believe it. For some reason, before I expected it to be something like Nintendo because I rarely see PlayStation and Xbox come around. Also, I just realized Nintendo has better selling games than PlayStation because PlayStation has like best selling third party games, but they don't have the best selling exclusives, like I swear. Like the PlayStation 4's best selling game is GTA, 20 million. Are you serious? Even with the Wii selling like 4 million less, it still had Mario Kart Wii or Wii Sports selling about 30 million or 80 million. I don't know why. I feel like people just buy the Xbox and PlayStation consoles just to see the graphics and that's it. Pretending like, oh look, I'm so cool. If we add up all the platforms' sales, it's gonna equal 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion of those sold. Each of them, I added them, combined them on a calculator. It took me like 2 minutes to do it. And then it added up to 1.4 billion. That is crazy. But not surprising at the same time. These consoles sell really well, but the ones at the bottom didn't, okay? Bottom of the list. There's like 20 of them that I could find. Nothing that's like Atari, Sega. They're not really a big competitor anymore. We're only counting like Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. I might count Atari or Sega or all of that in the future, but that's not now. I'm feeling very tired. I feel sick. I feel very warm. I don't know. Hopefully it's not the virus, coronavirus. But yeah. All right. I hope you guys like this video. So, give it a like if you want. Give this 14-minute video a dislike if you want. But see y'all later. Bye. Number 20th on the list is with the Wii U. Okay, why does my voice sound like that?